Hey guys, and welcome back to the third round of Grand Arena Championships. This is the first pod, so our third fight overall. Uh, it's been interesting so far, so let's go ahead and take a look at my opponent. So we can see my opponent has the higher overall GP. He's got higher GP in character and ship. When it comes to relics, it looks like he's got more of the high-end relics. But when it comes to GA stats, it looks like I am the clear winner on that one. My opponent actually has never made it out of chromium, so it looks like I should be advantaged there. So let's change our focus to the roster. You can see I am highly favored in Zetas. I have more G13, I have more G12. When it comes to mods, I basically have triple the speed mods that he does. So all the pressure is on me this round because I have to beat him. I'm favored too heavily based on just the stats. So let's see how I did. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have on the board. Here you'll see my opponent has already attacked, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to full clear. So taking a look, I actually watched him attack this section. He got the loss on the bounty hunters first, and then he went on to attack the Kira team. He got 56 banners from that. Then he attacked this Vader Wampa team that I had no hopes at all for, and the team actually ended up finishing with 51 banners. Then taking a look at the front here, he got through both of these teams fairly quickly until he got to the back, and as you can see, he can't get past my Geonosians at this point, and he didn't even try for Jedi Knight Revan. Ships, he got through very fast, and that's not surprising because I kept both of my best fleets for offense. You can already see from this picture that he's put both Revans on defense. I think this is probably the first time I've ever seen that. His Darth Revan in this zone, you can see it's not a fast Revan. It's only 323. His Bastila is sitting at about 300. My Bastila is at 312. My Darth Revan is slowed down for this event, but it's at 326. So I have the option of either using my clone team or my Darth Revan team against this Darth Revan. Then down in this zone, we have the Geos and we have Jedi Knight Revan. Now, I will admit to you, I cheated a little bit. I've been pondering my attacks all afternoon because I just haven't faced both Revans before. Taking a look at his speed on his Jedi Knight Revan, and we see it's 289. Revan's going to get a bunch of speed boosts here, so it's going to be actually faster than that. And I have to figure out who I'm going to attack that Jedi Knight Revan with. Now, the good news is I basically only have to clear 6 teams plus a fleet, and I'm going to win because he only cleared 5 teams and a fleet. So, have a little room to experiment. I'm not used to seeing this JTR on defense either, which is interesting, especially since BB-8 is sitting here, and that means that he didn't save a Suicide Droid team for offense. That means I probably have droids hanging out in the back. His droids are very good, or at least very well geared. We'll take a look at them here. You can see here a lot of relic levels on that typical General Grievous team. Now, if you've watched the first 2 videos, you know I'm using my EP team, which slices through this team fairly easily. That team requires Bastila, though, and I might need to use Bastila for my Darth Revan. So, a lot of choices to make. It hasn't been fun trying to plan this out. I still am not having fun thinking about who I'm going to have to use to attack. So we're going to just start this off with my Night Sisters against the Geos, and hopefully come into this fairly calmly. Now, this Geo team was heavily relicked, as you could see. I showed you the stats earlier, and for most teams, I'm going to be heavily favored when it comes to speed. So, as you can see, my entire Night Sister team is going to go before this Geo team. That is more than fine with me. And we're actually starting off fairly well. But as I've said in prior videos, with this Geo team, you feel like you're losing for most of the battle before you actually start to pull it out. So we're going to try and apply some Plague, just keep working down their health pool. I have a bunch of them stunned right now, which is fantastic. You know, usually they attack the Spirit. In this case, they've solely been focused on the Zombie, which is a little interesting because now they've got my Zombie down to 0 speed. And there we go with the attacks on the Spirit. So, luckily, actually, that's actually kind of helpful because it brings my Zombie back to having her normal speed. Let's try and get Tenacity down here on Spy and attack Spy a little bit. Or at least while we could, I was. Again, this is really just about working this team down slowly over time, decreasing their health pool. And they knocked Spirit out a little sooner than I was hoping for. Get the revive, though. Kills are building up, as you can see. Asajj is already hitting fairly hard. Get another stun out. Get this Dispel. And let's see if we're going to be able to take out Soldier. And we are. So, ideally, I would like to take Spy out next, but Spy is hiding, so we're probably not going to be able to. Poggle has the lowest of the health pool of all of them. So, Poggle will be my next. Well, I'm going to try and stun Brood Alpha first. That didn't work, but Poggle is going to hopefully be my next attack. Thanks to the Talisman lead, I didn't need to waste a revive on bringing Spirit back because of the kill. Here we'll take out Brood Alpha. Then, let's see. Everybody's at full health, so we'll use the AoE and that clears the board. So 55 banners, that's the standard with this team, but a fairly easy win all the same. Now I have to decide on who is going to take out which Revan. So basically I have Padme, Revan, and General Anakin to clear out whoever their top 3 teams are. Now, I've never done Padme against Jedi Knight Revan. This isn't a particularly great Jedi Knight Revan squad, except for Jolie is fairly tanky. There's no relic levels on them. They don't have a lot of speed on them. As you can see, there's just not a lot of speed going around. So, based on the fact that my opponent didn't full clear, I'm going to use this opportunity to experiment, basically. And we're going to see if I can get the kill with Padme. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that have done this battle on the regular and can tell me how easy it is. I've just never done it, so you only learn by trying. I have 2 Relic 7 characters in this team, which should help things along. Now, of course, as you can see, using Ahsoka here, I'm not going to have Ahsoka for my General Anakin team. That means I'm basically also deciding to use my Darth Revan versus his Darth Revan. I'm a little worried about Malik's because my Malik does not have a great mod set on him right now because Fives has my normal Malik mods, but we'll see how this goes and let's hope for good things. And in case you're wondering, the getting Jedi Knight Anakin marked first is the worst that you can have happen. So, let's try and speed this up. Now, let's see if we can take out Yoda. We did. Let's see. Unfortunately, I left my notifications on. I'm sorry about that. I will turn them off midstream here once this battle is finished. Let's see. Let's... Come on. Get Jolie down. There's the revive. This Yoda is not extremely strong, so it's not something to be too worried about. Just need to kill Jolie. Alright, big hit. There it is. Now, I could basically leave this on auto. We won't just because it's Grand Arena and don't want things to go badly. But this battle is basically won. See, I did need Ahsoka there, but that's okay. So 56 banners, not great, but it's going to let me see that back zone. And looks like the droids aren't in the back zone. That's going to make this a lot easier. I'm still going to have to do Darth Revan versus Darth Revan, but this back zone should be able to be cleared. And I will be right back after I've turned notifications off. Okay, and we're back. Notifications are off. I'm sorry about that. But now we get to decide who is going to attack who. We have Karth in First Order sitting in the back. Up front, we have Darth Revan, we have a Bossk Nest team, and we have a JTR team. I have plenty of good teams left to attack. You can see his Bossk. He's got the double Zeta. He's only 254 speed. There's no Night Sisters here that I have to worry about. There is... this is just a very interesting defense. So, the one battle I am most worried about is his Darth Revan. So we are going to go in with our Darth Revan. I said earlier, my mods on Malik are not fantastic. As you can see, they're not awful, but at the same point, he's extremely slow because he's got a health arrow on him right now. That might cause me more problems than I would like. So, we'll see. We're going to give it a shot. Here you'll see my Darth Revan, he's 326. And my Bastila, she's the only one that's normally modded on this team. HK also does not have a great set of mods on him, to be quite frank with you. Let's cross our fingers and hope that the shock that we need lands, because otherwise this could go south pretty quickly. Well, let's try it out. I'm going to go first. Did land shock on everybody, which is a good sign. Let's see. He's still taunting. That's not a good sign. Alright. That did give Malik a turn, though, which is nice. Take out his HK. Now we'll start going towards Bastila. Oh, this is going very poorly, very quickly. Let's see. Alright, get Revan out of there. Now, I've done this battle many, many times in Arena. Never with this poor of mods. Of course, don't land the shock. I don't want him to get fear on him. So, let's try that. That's excellent. That is less excellent. Let's see. How do we want to play this? That's what I don't want, because he's got healing immunity on him now. But it looks like I'll get the win. Not a pretty win, but for awful mods on this team, I'll take it. It also means this basically guarantees a full clear on my part, which I am not going to argue about in the slightest. So now it's just how am I going to take out these other teams. We have Bossk with Nest. We have a JTR team. Then we have Karth and First Order. We have plenty of good teams left to go around. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to use CLS Trio on that Karth team. We'll use Traya. Traya probably should be used against Bossk, but it really doesn't matter. And then I'll go to my attack teams. Let's see. Yeah, just to keep it safe, we're going to use Traya against this team. Oh, I don't have it saved correctly. That's why. All right. I probably don't need to bring too many in with me, because it's not a very fast bounty hunter team. But just in case, we'll bring Thrawn in as well. He's probably going to lose me some banners, but at the same time, he's going to keep Bossk under control. So, here we go. Start hitting my Scion. That's fine, because I'm going to drain all their cooldowns. And the first one I'm going to be we're going to isolate Nest. And they are basically trying to focus on Thrawn. We're going to focus on Boba. One more turn to annihilate. Let's see, who lost some protection? Oh look, annihilate. And Nest is gone. So biggest threat is gone. And there's Boba gone. Those thermal detonators are a pain. We'll hit Bossk. Get our buff. And attack Cad. Now, if you're wondering why they're not hitting very hard, it's because of Bosk's lead. Let's see, who needs some protection? We will give it to Traya. Take out Cad. Dengar is isolated, so he can't get any buffs, so we'll attack. Dengar is gone because those thermal detonators are honestly the biggest threat to banners on this team that's left. Bossk really is no threat anymore. We'll use Thrawn just so that we can use him quicker to restore Scion's protection. Let's see. Then we'll fracture him. We'll isolate him. And he's going to be getting killed sort of quickly. That's perfect because it helps protect the banner count. And there we go. So 61 banners from that. No complaints here. So we have JTR, Karth, and First Order. Let's see who we have left to attack with. We have my General Anakin. We have CLS. We have my own JTR. We have troopers. So, going to amend what I said a little earlier. For this First Order team, it's always good to have Rey killing the First Order. Hopefully, that's how it's going to be ending up in the movies. And let's get this started. So, stealth everyone but L3. Now, we're going to go after Fox first. Normally, I would go after that TIE pilot just for an easy kill. But as you can see, Fox is going to be an easy kill, and he does more damage than the TIE pilot. So, that was an easy choice to make. Now starts the turn meter train. So we're going to dispel here. And take out the pilot. Alright. Next, we're going to go after the Stormtrooper so he can't taunt anymore. Let's see, we're going to ability block that Kylo to stop the turn meter train. Actually, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Put healing immunity on KRU and go after him. He's gone. Hide everyone but L3. Now, let's see if we can get a stun. We couldn't, but that's okay. He was ability blocked and my L3 had foresight. Got the stun that time. Steal his turn meter. Use some specials. Maybe we can get Illuminated Destiny. We can. That should fill up. And there we go. 60 banners against First Order with my resistance. Next. Let's see. We have a Karth and we have a JTR team left. So Karth, let's go for an undersized win. One thing I've noticed using my new defense, and I know you haven't seen my old defense, but I'm using less teams undersized than I used to be. I used to be getting 2 to 3 undersized wins per battle. I'm getting less than that now, but I feel like my offense is more solid at this point, even without the undersized wins. Alright, this Karth team just melts to CLS trio. As long as you have a well-geared CLS trio. You shouldn't use more than the 3 if you ever use them against Karth. I regularly get 62 banners against Karth. I love seeing him on defense. Last round you saw me win because I got the Malik solo against Karth. That Old Republic team is just really not that good on defense at all. If you're still using it, I would advise you to try and move away from that team, just because, as you'll see throughout this series, I'm getting undersized wins and more than 60 banners against them every single time. Now, we have this JTR team. I'm going in with my best modded team currently in the game, so we'll see what we can do here. Let's see. Xaereth is the biggest damage dealer, so we're going to try and hit her. There we go. Let's see if we can stun the 2 droids. We stunned at least one of them. Let's send Echo to attack. Now we don't have to worry about stealth. The nice thing about all this foresight is I do have Echo's Zeta, and so he's doing damage even when they don't hit with the foresight, which is quite nice. Let's see. Well, I'm going to finish with 59, so not bad. You know, with Anakin being the sole focus of all their fire, it's hard to finish with 60 banners with this team. So, as you can see, I have now won. I'm still obviously going to go up against this fleet and clear it just in case he's trying to play some mind games, but as long as I can clear the fleet, I'm going to win because I haven't lost a battle yet. Now, he's using a negotiator that is at speed of 177. His Ahsoka is actually going to be slower than mine because she's only Relic 5. Anakin, let's see. We're the same speed, so it'll be a coin toss between Anakins of who's going first. And his Bossk, as you saw, was Relic'd up. So that Houndstooth is going to be fairly strong. Let's see. Really wish that they had the fleet squad saved, so I can just pick a team quickly. Where is Plo? Here's Plo. And let's get to it. Alright, so the goal here is to try and work down Anakin before his Houndstooth taunts and before his GK goes. So we'll use the special with Ahsoka. That was enough to get the Houndstooth to taunt. Goal is not achieved. Doesn't really matter that I did that. I shouldn't have done that, in case you were wondering. This is starting off pretty awfully for me. Let's see. Well, let's make sure my guys survive, because that Houndstooth is going to die quickly. This Clone Sergeant comes in. Alright. Who do we want to steal the taunt off of? Well, let's clear Houndstooth. Clone Sergeant here. Now, we are going to bring in Sunfac, who is going to be actually a better tank, in my opinion, than Clone Sergeant. Though I'm not doing much damage against this Clone Sergeant, which is interesting. Let's see. There we go. Clone Sergeant lost the taunt, and I lost 2 of my members. Fantastic. Doing well here. Alright, hopefully this AoE is going to take out the Clone Sergeant. And then, looks like I'm going to be in some trouble when you start looking at the turn meters. Didn't take out the clone sergeant. Oh, that's awful. Well, that went to hell in a handbasket fast. Let's see. Bring you in. I'm not going to get the opening turn stun, but I'm still going to try. Oh, wrong Falcon. Now let's cross our fingers. They're going to get a million turns. Of course, that's what's going to happen. Let's see. She's got offense up, so let's get the stun on her. Do the wiggle. Now, let's see what we can do here. Oh, of course, it just misses the kill. All right. So, advantage. I don't have offense up, but we're still going to try the big hit. Clone Sergeant comes in, of course, gets the taunt. Let's see. Let's pull everybody out of stealth at least. Of course, they get a bunch of dodges. That's just the way this works. Stun. Will the AoE kill them? Do I want to risk it? Yes. Perfect. Let's see. Hopefully get an assist. And there we go. So, Fleets has been my downfall this round. I am proud to say that before the next round, my General Kenobi will be Relic level 7. I will have much less of this problem. No matter what he does, he can't beat my score right now. It's an awful score. But he's got 1590. So doing a little bit of math. Yeah, he's not going to be able to come close to me. So I got the win. I get the feeling that he's just not going to attack anymore because he's already attacked 4 times and lost against this Geo team. And now he knows he can't get the win. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to refer you over or down below to the description of this video. You're going to find a couple of useful tools such as counter sheets, which is going to have all the battles from all my fights and all of my friend Xaereth's fights. And that way, when you're looking to see who can counter who, you can go to this sheet. It has every battle we fought. And so, hopefully you can see our counters. There's going to be a link to our Discord server. If you have any questions, feel free to hop on the Discord server. I'd love to talk to you. There's going to be a link to Xaereth and I's podcast. It's GW or GA and TW focused podcast. Really, this is all we talk about. And then finally, I'll link you to Xaereth's YouTube page because he and I basically talk about every fight that we do beforehand. And so he's a good resource. You'll learn a lot watching his videos. Last GA round, he went 12-0. He's made Kyber every single time. He will be an excellent watch. So, thank you very much for watching with me, and I will see you for the second pod. Thank you.